I haven't stepped foot in a real gym in over 8 months. That photo on the left, that's me at my lowest consistency in years. And that transformation on the right happened in my garage using Amazon. I used to be a gym guy, not like a serious gym guy, more like a buy a membership, go twice a week, feel pretty good about myself kind of guy. I even used to choose apartments based on whether or not they had a decent gym. That was a real factor for me, and I'm not proud of how much I optimized for that. Then COVID hit, gym closed, and I did what everybody else did. I bought resistance bands on Amazon and told myself they were basically the same thing. It was not the same thing. I lost muscle, I gained weight, I lost all my consistency for years. Not months, years. I decided to actually fix it, and because I run a deal finding channel and I'm honestly borderline obsessed with Amazon products, I decided to build the entire thing from Amazon. Every single piece. From when I first started building my gym to where it is now, it's come a long way. Before I show you what I bought, let me tell you the real reason a home gym works when a commercial gym doesn't, at least for me. The gym is 5 steps away. 5 steps. There's no commute, there's no waiting for a machine, and no making eye contact with strangers at 7 a.m. I also work out in my underwear sometimes, which is definitely not an option at LA Fitness. So the friction is gone, and when the friction is gone, you actually show up every time. 3 days a week, 2-hour sessions. I've missed maybe 4 or 5 actual workouts. That's it. So let me show you exactly what I built, what I love, what I'd skip, and most importantly, what was a complete waste of money. The centerpiece of everything, and I mean everything, is this. The RitFit M1 Pro machine. I use this thing every single session, every one. And I don't say that lightly. I have a lot of equipment in here, and this is the one I haven't gone a single session without. Now, here's the thing about Smith machines. A lot of serious gym people will tell you that they're inferior to free weights, and they're not wrong. But they're also not building a gym in their garage with a limited footprint and a commercial grade budget. This one sits in a really interesting spot. It's not cheap, but it's also not commercial. It's mid-tier. But the reason I chose it over everything else I looked at, independent cable systems. Most Smith machines or power cages have a shared weight stack with the cables, meaning it either has one weight stack with one cable, like a lat pull down on my earlier, cheaper power cage, or it has 2 cables with one weight stack, essentially turning it into a 4-to-1 instead of a 2-to-1 or like a 1-to-1. This does none of that. The cables and weight stacks are completely separate. That means I get a Smith machine, full cable setup, pull-up bar, landmine attachment, and accessory compatibility, all in one footprint. By the way, this also converts into a full free weight bench, so you really get the best of both worlds. I benched the bar when I started, which is about 45 pounds. I'm working into the 230 pound range now, and this machine handles it without hesitation. Okay, the Smith machine is the star, but the rest of the supporting cast is important too. But let me run through it. This bench is underrated. You need a good bench, so don't skip this or go cheap. A flat bench limits you to about 30% of the exercises you could be doing. Adjustable opens everything up. And the Kepi is heavy, like unnecessarily heavy. Moving it feels like a workout on its own, which I'm choosing to count as a warm-up. I started with the steel cap dumbbells, and I would buy them in pairs individually as I went up in weight. And they're fine. They do the job. They're the most affordable in terms of real dumbbells. More on that later. But once I got to 45 pounds, I switched to the cap rubber Hex dumbbells. Rubber coated, non-negotiable if you can afford it, but they protect your floor. They feel like real gym equipment because they are, and you can drop them without destroying your concrete. I also bought a cheap adjustable set early on, and I want to talk about this because I've seen these everywhere and they look amazing in product photos. But in real life, the mechanism feels plasticky. Every time you adjust them mid-workout, you lose all your momentum. The bars are so long. If you're doing any kind of workout, especially dumbbell curls, they end up hitting each other and just throwing you off. So I barely touched them after the first month. Now they're sitting in the corner kind of just judging me. When it comes to gym flooring, I went with the budget Amazon option. After 8 months of heavy use, I do want to warn you, they're worn. They have tears and holes in them, which is why I put an old rug on top of it, as you can see. Also from Amazon, by the way. But it protected the concrete, it did its job, and honestly, I can get like a pack of 6 of them for around 24 bucks, so I don't cry about having to replace. I live in Phoenix. Let me be very clear about something. The garage fan is not optional. This is survival equipment. I've had blackout adjacent situations trying to skip the fan. Something interesting about my hack squat, I'll have to be honest, I use this maybe once a week. It's satisfying to have, it's not essential, but if you have a dedicated leg day, it earns a spot. Okay, this is the section most product reviewers skip, and it's exactly why I don't trust most product reviewers. Cheap adjustable dumbbells. Already mentioned, but they deserve to be on the regret list twice. Door resistance bands. My God, I bought these during COVID, as I mentioned. I want to formally apologize to my body for thinking these constituted a workout. They're just annoying, and honestly, they're more of a hassle to deal with than the workout itself. Something that you might find interesting and I think is a good product, but just for me, was the Standalone pull-up station. Solid piece of equipment. It just took up too much space in my garage. My Smith machine or power cage already has a pull-up station on it, so this thing ended up just turning into a space hog or like an extra coat rack. I used to have a leg curl machine. It was annoying to set up, awkward to use, and eventually replaced with the Hack Squat. Gone.
Was it worth it?
The guy on the left was showing up inconsistently for years, starting and stopping, making excuses, telling himself he'd get serious next month. I know that guy really well. This setup eliminated almost every excuse I had. There's no commute, there's no wait time, there's no social anxiety about who's on what machine, there's no gym closes at 10, it's just there, 5 steps away. My bench went from the 45-pound bar to the 230 range. I have more energy, more discipline, more confidence than I've had in years, and I genuinely look forward to working out, which is something I literally thought I'd never say. The gym membership I was paying for, gone. This setup replaced it completely, and unlike a gym membership, it doesn't disappear when a pandemic hits, or when management changes, or when I move.
I nerd out over this equipment the same way car guys nerd out over their cars. I can't fully explain it, but if you've been sitting on the fence about doing this video is your sign.
Everything I mentioned, the Smith machine, the dumbbells, the bench, all of it is linked in the description below. I've also got a curated home gym list on my Amazon storefront, so you can see everything in one place. If you're building your own setup and want to know if something's actually worth it, drop a comment, I will respond. I have opinions about gym equipment. Clearly. If this helped you, subscribe. I do product reviews and deal breakdowns every week, and I will always tell you if something is not worth your money. That's the whole deal. I'll catch you in the next one.